Mario just called and crashed my phone. My phone was working, and then they come up Mario, and it stopped recording. So I had to silence all the things. And anyway, where were we? We were at Fusspot, going to PEI. Giddy Up Max is going to race Friday. Another colt, little immature, needs a little more work, much like Frontier Cruise. It's just going to take a little bit of time. But he'll get there. Paced a good last 3 quarters. I think 126 and a bit the other day. The speed's there. Mentally, he's got to do a little more work. Mentally, he's got to do a little more work, but he can get there. Globetrotting, this filly doesn't need to do much more work than she did the other day. She was awesome, and I fully expect she'll be fine. Gold Watch, the horse we haven't heard much of, he's coming back this week. He's going to resume his work at the stable. Just a comedy of errors with this guy. Not really a comedy, but he had a pus pocket, then he had a splint, and then he had this, and then he had that, and we said, enough's enough. We just stopped and kicked him out. He's been out for months now. He's coming back in very, very soon. Harness AM, she's racing here tomorrow. She's going to join the John Boutenshane camp right after Tuesday. So this is what we did. We shipped 7 horses to Tim Twaddle. I might actually leave a couple of horses with Tim Twaddle. He does a good job. Our filly that Amy and I have with a couple of clients, she's pretty easy to get along with, and I think she'd be a great fit for him. She doesn't really need a whole lot of work. She's pretty easy to manage. We'll see how she does tomorrow in the Pennsylvania Sires. Her and maybe one other horse will leave with Mr. Twaddle, but Harness AM is going to John Boutenshane tomorrow after her Sire Stakes event. Havana Ooh Na Na is going to join the Tyler George barn. They're leaving tomorrow. Jailhouse Master, I'll get to him in a minute. I told everybody, hey, I'm going to qualify Jailhouse Master this week, like an idiot, not thinking he's leaving Tuesday. It's going to be pretty hard to qualify him Friday, and he doesn't need to qualify. We did some vet work on him. We're going to send the gear and everything down for Mr. George. But I just looked at the list yesterday, and unless I'm wrong, knockdown dragout races in the Pennsylvania Sires the same night as Havana Una Na races, which is really frustrating for me. I really wanted to go drive this filly, but I'm going to do my best to go drive Jailhouse Master. So Havana Una Na and them are leaving tomorrow. Looks good. She won her first start. She's heading out tomorrow morning. Hometown Boys is he's coming. We got a lot of people saying, what? He's just not doing. This horse has been fat and lazy since the day we broke him. He's going to continue to be fat and lazy, and it's going to take time to get him into shape. And we all knew this. I mean, this is like, I said, this is like my daughter going to get her needle. You know, she acts like it doesn't. Ava, stop. It acts like it doesn't bother her until we get to the doctor's office. Well, that's kind of like you guys. You knew this colt was fat and lazy and was going to take time. Now that it's time to race, he's still fat and lazy. And it's going to take a little time to round him into shape. So Hometown Boys, yeah, he's trotting in 2.5. He's going to trot in 2.4. He's going to trot in 2.3. He's going to inch his way closer to where we need him to be. But that's it. And some horses take a lot longer. You guys know that. And the maturity of Hometown Boys has been a slow process. He's not sour. He doesn't have a bad attitude. It's just a slow process. But he's got a giant frame. He does have speed inside of him. He trotted a half in a minute the other day, last half in a minute and 3/5. He'll come. It's just going to take time. I'll Play It Alone is in here on Wednesday. I took him over and trained him. Everybody said, why was he scratched from the qualifier? I apologize. The truck was leaving that morning. I took him over myself and trained him. The reason I did that, I wanted to get him over the pylons. I wanted to let him look at the pylons and the shadows. So we took everything off him. Took the shadow roll off and Murphy blind. I jogged him over the pylons, over the shadows. I pulled him up, put the bike on him, trained him, get up to the quarter in 32 and 1, 1 mile 56 and 1 with him. This is an incredibly fast colt. Now it's important to note, I get up to the quarter in 32 and 1. He wasn't a runaway. Now James says when he sees the gate, he's going to be. I disagree. I think we've changed his bit. I think this colt's going to be fine Wednesday in. I think he's going to be fine Wednesday at the Meadows. Drew the rail. We're going to get a good look at. Everybody's going to get a good look at. I'll Play It Alone on Wednesday afternoon. Inland Beach, second Saturday night. Excuse me. Second Saturday night, 1:58. Mario said she started up the inside and she just didn't know what to do going up the inside of a horse. Right after the wire, she shot by. She was gone by 2 lengths. Very, very good race for her. Mile 59, I believe, actually, 59. But looked very, very good doing it. and Inland Beach should be heading to the grassroots, her first start also. Jailhouse Master, I was just talking about him. I told everybody I'd qualify him on Friday. I wasn't paying attention. It just never dawned on me. Friday he'll be in Indiana. So he's going to race his first start, I think, July 9th, 10th, or 11th. I have to double check my schedule. I want to be there to drive Jailhouse Master in Indiana. It doesn't look like I'll be able to make Havana Unana's first race, but I will make the second race for both of them if I can. For her, the first race for Jailhouse Master. Johan, leg looks great. Very, very interested to see how long it's going to take this colt to heal. He's done for 2019. We're not going to jeopardize anything with Johan, but I'm keeping a very close eye on this. I want to see different ways horses injure themselves result in different ways that they heal. So Johan injured himself much like cruising with Angus. Kind of a weird injury, didn't know where it came from, and then all of a sudden the leg was cleaned out. If you didn't know there was an injury there, you'd be sweating it and say, he'll be fine. There is an injury there, and I'm very interested to see how quickly Johan will heal. Looks fantastic the other day when I saw it, so Steph's doing a great job on him, getting him on the hose lots and taking real good care of him. So Johan, although he is done for 2019, I'm very interested to see how long he'll heal. Just For Me and You is racing here tomorrow at the Meadows. I assume she has had a good week. She trained well. She raced great at Georgian Downs. Fastest mile ever for any of her trotters up to that point, and looked good doing it. I fully suspect Just For Me and You. Whoa. Just For Me and You will be good tomorrow. Dumped all my papers out. Who's next? Knockdown Dragout. Don't have to say much about her if you guys have watched social media. Dave Miller was quoted in Twitter. It had nothing to do with us. Dave Miller was quoted on Twitter talking to one of the harness racing shows, saying that Knockdown Dragout was the fastest 2-year-old he qualified all year. Now, does he mean she's the fastest just by speed or the best looking? I don't know, but that was his quote, not mine. She's in to go here tomorrow 8 to 5. As I said to everybody else, I am racing her from off the pace if I can. I fully expect that she'll remember her training from the winter and come back to me leaving the gate. I hope so, because it'll be a long summer for all of us if she's a runaway. Libero Hanover was third and 56 the other day, trotted 58, looked good doing it. That's where he was ready to go, this colt. He certainly wasn't ready for any 56 miles. I think that John is going to race him right back next week. McPherson Thunder qualified great, mile and 56, I believe. He's going to be going to was it the last half 56 or mile and 56? No, I think it was a mile and 56. He's going to be going to the grassroots, his first start this coming Friday. Marzank Hanover is getting very, very close to racing. She trained in 2.6 last week, and Kevin said she was awesome. So Marzank Hanover is getting close. Miss Brampton Beast qualified well. I'd said to you guys, she's also got that big, climby, trappy gait like Frontier Cruise. And you saw how good he was with the aluminums on. I think with the aluminums on, Miss Brampton Beast is going to be a scary, scary animal. She'll be going to the Gold, her first start. Miss Mischief Maker is racing this afternoon, so yesterday for you. This afternoon, I fully expect she'll race well. Big hopes for this filly. I know she's got some work to do and got a long way to go, but I think she'll be good today. Muscle Chrome, right out of the blue, she raced a qualified awesome 2-2. Who would have thought that Muscle Chrome go a mile and 2-2 in June? She looked great. She's going to the grassroots. She's earned her ticket. There's a filly that has got beat up and was sore all winter, sounded up. That's what I said to Mario. I said, the first time she wins, she might never lose again. She's going to like it so much. So Muscle Chrome is going to be going to the grassroots, her first start. Nancy Allison's racing here today. I'm just about to go over and warm her up first trip. She trained well at the farm the other day, but looked abysmal at Mohawk the day before. So hopefully she brings her head with her to Pennsylvania. Need your opinion. Broke a hobble the other night. One of our clients said, geez, that's a lot of equipment being broke. Hobbles never break. Pacing hobbles never break on pacers, and I don't think I can't even remember the last time we had a broken hobble, but pacing hobble. But Need Your Opinion did break one the other night. It broke right at the plastic centerpiece, which is weird. Not a big deal. She'll be fine. She's going to race. I think Kevin said he was going to go train her a hard mile tomorrow or yesterday, and then race her in the Gold, her first start, and I think she belongs there. Olympic Hopeful made a break last night. I just got to see the break. I haven't got an update from Angie yet. But I suspect she's a 2-year-old, and 2-year-olds from time to time will make a break. Not really sure why this filly did. She's usually pretty sure-footed. Overdue Mission is racing tonight. Tonight in Cleveland. I'm going to go and drive her in Cleveland tonight. We'll see how she races. I fully expect she'll be good. I think she's 9-2 morning line. And if her line makes her 9-2, she's a lot shorter than 9-2 because she's been training much, much better than her line shows in her qualifier. Path of Totality is racing today. Again, I'm going to go warm her up in a minute, first trip. I fully expect these fillies to do good today. We'll see. First time away from home, first time in a new spot, new track, new surroundings. Anything can happen. Really, Blue Chip, she didn't mind her first time away from home, did she? She's racing in Tioga this Thursday, and Mark is going to drive her. My brother, I can't drive her simply because we have the Ohio Sire Stakes Colts. Yours if you want it. Rose Run Valiant and Bend Over are racing in Ohio. Can't be at two places at once, so Mark is going to drive Really Blue Chip. Rooney Blue Chip made a break the other night. I said to John, don't worry about it. Just get him right. Just take your time. I was a little concerned he wasn't ready to be here. And this only proved me right. So just take your time, get him right. It's a couple of weeks, get him in, and we'll get him requalified and get him raced. He's there. He doesn't seem lame to me. If anything, I thought his right front foot maybe bothered him a bit. He was running in during the mile, but not running in the warm-up. So obviously that is something that's biting him the more work he does. I would suspect it's probably a foot or a knee. We've had his knees looked at. They were fine. So that leaves his foot. I'm guessing foot, but we'll see what John comes up with in the next couple of days and weeks. Rose Run Valiant is racing Thursday, as I just said. Drew Good, got a good division. I'm going to let this guy rock on Thursday. I fully expect him to trot 57, 58 in Scioto. He should be tight enough. He looked good. He won his schooler the other day with Louis Philippois. Really like this colt, and I think he's coming into his own at the right time. Rose Run Versatile, I chose the Sire Stakes, Pennsylvania Sire Stakes with her. She's handy. She's coming in great. She's been training, schooling well, looked great. I don't think she's quite to the level of Knockdown Dragout or even the other fillies just yet, but a handy horse like her can do a lot of damage, and she's really quick off the gate. She sits well. She's just a nice filly, and I want to see what she can do tomorrow. Wouldn't surprise me at all if she did well. Kind of wouldn't surprise me if she didn't, but tomorrow we're going to find out which division she belongs in. Sebastian Reyes, had a lot of people talking about him in Toronto. He won both his qualifiers. He's not coming to Pennsylvania this year. That was well documented throughout his training. He's got a lot of Grand Circuit stuff in the Breeders' Crown in Ontario. He's a small colt, but he's fast, he's quick, and he's durable. And I fully expect next week will be his first start. One Monday or Thursday, we'll take our time with him. He has the Define the World, the Wellwood. There's one other big one in the Breeders' Crown, Champlain in the Breeders' Crown. So we have 4 or 5 stakes for him, plus some overnights. Right around 10 starts this year, so it doesn't take long to pile those 10 starts up. Sebastian Rey will start his career next week. Sebastian You, I will be back to qualify him Friday morning at Mohawk. We're going to leave here. We're going to leave Columbus Thursday after the Sire Stakes and drive back to Ontario. Amy's got the cottage on the weekend with the kids, and I have Meadowlands Friday. I'm going to fly to the Meadowlands Friday after the qualifiers. We have Sebastian You. There's one other horse I want to go with that made a break. Obviously, I can't go Jailhouse Master. There is one more. I can't put my finger on it. Here somewhere. That's Sebastian You. Sometimes things happen. He's racing tomorrow afternoon at Columbus. I fully expect he'll race well at Scioto. This colt's coming into his own right now and look great in all of his schoolers. Finished up very close there to some of our best horses the other day. This colt looks like he's going to be legit, and I think he'll be fine. Guys, I think he'll be fine tomorrow at Scioto. Spend that money. She already is fine. She's probably one of the better horses in this division. I don't know what it would take to beat her. I love globetrotting, but spend that money is so handy, fast, durable, quick. And as I said before, never pop the earplugs out of this filly. I don't know what she'll do, but I don't know if he's going to have to for a bit. And that's a big statement. I haven't seen all the horses in Ohio, but I know looking at our horses training and seeing other jurisdictions, it's going to take a very, very good horse to run over, spend that money, I think. Spirit of Dio, maybe she doesn't want to go to New Jersey. Spirit of Dio was some good the other night. 26-4 on the end of it, last half, and 55 and a piece in a first over bid. Horses, 2-year-old fillies don't do that. This filly is a tank. I told you guys she was. Even I didn't know how good she was, but that was some kind of an impressive mile. A couple of the drivers were mocking her because she wears the trotting hobble so tight. in the Meadowlands. She kind of looked like a skunk at a tea party, didn't she? Qualifier 2-1, tight hobbles, rolling onto the track with horses that looked as good as they did. She put it on them and made them like it. And I was very, very proud of her, very happy to do just that at the Meadowlands. Felt great for me for a number of reasons, obviously, but guys, it felt great for me for a number of reasons, but just really, really proud of the filly and happy for our clients. Oliver. So with Sunshine and Shade, he's back jogging, looks great. As soon as his leg cleans out real good, perfect, we'll start training him. Probably ultrasound him again before we really put some speed into him. But he is ahead of schedule, if not right on schedule. Very happy to see this colt back working well. Susie K racing tonight, my girl. She looks great. Coming in, Sylvain Filion loves her. Everybody loves her. You don't like her when you go there, you just don't like horses. She's just a beautiful filly. She's going to race tonight at Northfield. A new horse we have, the Amazing Sando. I talked to you last week about where he came from. One of my very, very best friends, very good friends, Jamie Smith, trained him down, owns a piece of him, half of him with my uncle, and they sent him up here. He qualified in 55 the other day, last 3 quarters, 123 and 4. He'll be going to the Golds Saturday night at Mohawk. Tiamo Hanover, I know a lot of people said, why are the hobbles breaking? Because he is a tank, and there's a lot of torque put on those hobbles, and he snapped right through them. So I bought some industrial pulleys off Amazon. I'm going to do my best to make up a set of hobbles. We're going to use the heaviest, the strongest rope we can get. We already have good loops. We're going to do the best we can to make sure these hobbles stay together. But a horse like Spirit of Dio and Tiamo Hanover are going to have an issue with, from time to time, there may be hobble issues with these horses because they're strong, big, powerful animals, and these hobbles can only take so much. You can say, well, let them out. Listen, they're exactly where they need to be. One of our clients that owns a big piece of Tiamo Hanover said, well, geez, I'm surprised he needs them on that tight. Yeah, but now he's coming Haas in 58. Make no mistake, I was going to win the qualifier the other day. 100% sure of that. When I went to move him, I was climbing over Paul Walker, who was first over. I could feel the hobbles let go. If you look, he trotted for about 10 pylons with no hobbles on. But he puts that step in, that roll in, and then he rolls off. And that's why he needs those hobbles to steady him. He clearly doesn't take away from his end game, his speed any, so he'll have them exactly where we had them the other day. Just need to have a stronger and more durable set of hobbles. Shocking in 2019, they make stuff that breaks. Don't they? Not just horse racing. Trafalgar, probably one of the most impressive miles I saw all week was this filly finishing up. She was coming like a freight train down the lane. Very impressed with her and very happy with the way Louis Philippois has been managing her. Harry did a great job with her also. Very, very interested to see how this filly is going to race this year. That was some kind of good mile out of her on Friday. Time Dazzle's heading to the Gold. I thought she was on the bubble, but Mario said no. He said, we change her shoes around, get her covered up. This filly's a Gold filly. I know she is. I'm a little surprised he opted for Enduring Strength for the grassroots and Dazzle for the Gold. If nothing else, I thought they were on the same trajectory. But Mario's gone with them. He knows them. If he wants to race Enduring Strength once in the grassroots and then go with Dazzle in the Gold, then that's fine too. That's where she's going to be headed. Time Kazam's getting close. If I'm not mistaken, Mario took him over to the track today. I haven't got an update yet from him, but I know he's been over to the racetrack to go a mile in 2.5 or 2.6, and he's getting close. Yours, If You Want It, raced good the other night. I didn't think he was awesome. Saw him put a couple of steps in down the lane. He needed to be shod, need a little vet work done. He got both of those done. I think this colt's ready for a big, big mile at Scioto this week. Utopian, he even went good. This is a colt probably going to pop him into a condition claimer or a maiden at a B track somewhere his first start. He's just not a great horse, but he's a good horse. Paced at 56 the other day, I think. Mile and 58. He did enough. He looked good. Watch Av popped 2 curbs. He's going to need a couple of weeks. A couple of people said, where's he at and what does this mean? This is the same type of injury that Ailsund had. The same type of injury that I think Frontier Cruise had a curb too. These are minor things. There's a time frame that goes along with these injuries. It's going to take about 2 weeks before Kevin can have him right on top of his game again. Has to be a better horse for it. Those curbs had to be killing him. So watch Av. has already qualified in 59, but he needs some more work put into him also. Wiggle Delight heading to the Golds, 56. Guys, 56 last quarter, 26-4 in her qualifier. Can't look much more impressive than that. She's earned her ticket into the Golds and looked awesome. Willpower Fashion. Probably, you know what? I'm going to look at my schedule. If I'm free next Saturday, I'm going to Kawartha Downs. I want to race Willpower Fashion in the maiden there if I can. And if I'm back Sunday, maybe there if I can't get him in Saturday. I know Amy and the kids. When are you back from the cottage, honey? Sunday. So Amy and the kids will be back Sunday. I'd like to do some work Saturday, Sunday if I can get it into them. I don't know. You guys ask for all the information where the horses are going. I don't even know where I'm going yet. Up until last week, I was going to drive Emerald Mist. Now I got to go back to the Meadowlands and drive Spirit of Dio. As far as Indiana go, I'm trying to fit Indiana into my schedule. So we got, and now people are saying, well, can you go drive Brush Cut in Buffalo? It was never my inclination to go drive in New York or Indiana for that matter, but now I want to go drive these horses if I can, so I'm trying to juggle my schedule in between 4 jurisdictions, 5 counting New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio, New York, Indiana, New Jersey, and Ontario. So there's 6. So my calendar is super fluid, and it's going to be on a week-by-week basis. So I really don't know where I'm at Saturday. I'm going to wait and see where we enter, where we draw out, and then I'll make my decision. So as of right now, I'm everywhere, I guess. Where are we at here? Years If You Want It, Utopian Watch List, Wiggle Delight, Willpower Fashion. I want to get to drive him. And I believe Zeb Sunshine, his feet are still bothering him a little bit, but Mario was going to take him over to Mohawk with Time Alakazam. I think he was looking for a mile in 2.5 or 2.6 out of both of them. So he's getting close also. This colt I want to be careful with. I want him 100%. I think Zeb Sunshine at 100% is a scary, scary animal. So let's get him there first. We're not going to rush this colt at all. He'll be ready when he's ready. Anyway, that's it. That's all the babies. That's everything. I got a lot on my plate today, tomorrow, the next day, probably till September or October, and then the babies. Then we start buying more babies. So starting today till, let's say, Christmas, I'm going to be wide open. So my wrist is feeling pretty good. For those of you who can't see that, I can almost bend it backwards a little bit, and I got a little bit of movement on it. So it's coming. It's coming. It certainly hasn't taken away from my driving. If anything else, it's maybe helped it, apparently, by the looks of the results. So we've had a great week here. Hope to keep it going today, keep it going the whole week. A lot going on everywhere. It all starts right now. Hope you guys have a great long weekend. If you're in Canada, happy Canada Day. If you're in the U.S., happy July 4th week. I'll be here with you. Take care.